to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Come, Errol. Come. Come. Come and sit here. Come and sit here. Sit. Sit, okay? Dai family, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Mumbi's Spiritual Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. I'm here with Sir Errol. We really do pray that you are well. We're reporting live and direct, family, from a spiritual shrine. You know, our shrines or our churches, we're all underneath sacred trees, old trees, and just the energy, family. The kind of like, I feel like I walk away from this tree and I've like aged backwards, but those are stories for other days. Today I just wanted to give you guys, basic, like the most basics of how to manifest in the new reality and how to just create your reality, create your experience for real, for real. You see, we were never told that we were magnets of our experience. We were never told that we have to just be in a certain space and imagine, which is literally bringing an image in, bringing an experience in, and that thing would come to us. We were taught that we had to put something in a time, and then we had to add things like the resources we would need. And so something that we could just think about and manifest. We were given a formula that was fake, and all of a sudden our dreams got further and further and further and further away. And as we started to see that our dreams weren't manifesting, we started to go out of balance, asking why, looking more externally. But really, family, it's like we've gone through a galactic reset, where all the frockery, excuse my French, and all the nonsense, all the confusion and the lies that have been delaying our manifestation, slowing us down as creators, sometimes obstructing us as creators, blocking us as creators, all of that was just lifted. There's been a total transformation, and you can see, if you look at, if you're someone who follows what's happening in the energetic fields and what people are talking about, because remember, it is a group consciousness, so the ideas that people are talking about the most tend to be the manifestation energy that you can use now, to propel yourself forward with your own ideas, with your own power, with your own momentum. And so if you look at what they're saying is happening galactically, celestially, we are at the end of like a 26,000-year cycle. It may even have ended. And we're at the beginning of what they like to call the Aquarian age, but it's just more the mental, a return to our right state of mind, family, to our mental state. And there's a few basic things that you have to have in order to manifest and to create what is coming, because they're getting ready to collapse the money. So if you're a millionaire right now and you haven't used that money, it's about to become null and void. So use it wisely, buy land, protect your people, support movements for your people so that they'll be there for you when the system shuts down. If you're thinking it's skills because you have a PhD or you have a master's, it's not. None of that is important. You now have to imagine. You have to create images of what you want to come into your life, and then pull those images in, so that it becomes a living, breathing experience for you. And that's why we had to do so much healing, family, because this stuff cannot be done when you're out of balance in any way. It cannot be done when you are in worry or you're in anxiety or you're just in that high level, like buzzing too much. It takes, creation comes from a place of calm, of peace. That's why you'll see that the elites will keep themselves in a bubble, in a world where only elites exist. There's no one desperate in that baller world, family. There's no one who's thinking weird or thinking in poverty or in any kind of poverty mindset. And they bubble themselves up in their golf clubs and their country clubs, all of that. I'm not even hating on that, because that's a world I've been part of, and I understood, overstood, and understood why some of the greatest minds would insulate themselves. Because one thing Babylon has done is take too much of our time contemplating things that weren't important, spent in anxiety. And that's what, that's what I realized. The only thing the enemies of our souls can do is delay us. But they can't take anything from us. They can waste our time. They create time. So they try and just push our dreams. But what you want, if you're in the right vibration, you will magnify it to you. Because reality is like entering like a mall. Sorry, family, there's something I'm looking at there. I don't even want to say it looks like a serpent, but anyway, I'll deal with it, Creating reality is like entering like a shopping center with a limitless budget, which has everything from cars to, houses to horses to everything, airplanes, helicopter, and just picking and choosing, like being like, oh, it would be so amazing to have this experience and to have this car and to have this home, and holding that and holding the vibration, the same vibration you thought of those things and how you felt. You remain in that space so that thing can now come into your life. But what happens, family, is Babylon taught us how to be out of balance and how to live out of balance. So sometimes you'll get out of balance and you won't even take the time to get back into balance. You'll just keep it moving. And that's the kind of trauma we were living in, family. That was what the Matrix did to us. And so you always have to be in a state of balance. In a state where you're thinking more about what you want to come into your life than what you're praying and hoping and just gonna do anything you can to make sure leaves your life. There has to be a certain level of high vibration and high emotion, because you have to match what you're asking for, family. We've got some guests, we've got some guests, family. But you have to be a vibrational match for what you want. And most of the things that you would want, a happy lifestyle, abundance, beautiful home, all these things take you being at a certain vibrational level so that those things can be magnified and connect with you. And there was someone who wrote a brilliant comment in the comments. All right, guys. There's someone who wrote something in the comments where they said, like, the Babylon reality lowered us spiritually, family, lowered our vibration. It keeps the black man's vibration down. Hey, guys. It's like 2 marabou stalks. It's funny that they're making noise every time I speak. I've also found, family, like, in order to truly create, you have to learn to spend more time alone, more time in nature. And it's not so much to isolate yourself, but it's to keep your thinking at that high level, because it's usually when you mingle with others that you start thinking about things that aren't important, family, that really don't matter. And so you'll find that you have to become more discerning about who you let into your field, who you let into your, vibration. I remember back in the day, I had family members who would say, I'm never hanging out with anyone who's desperate, who's unlucky, who's unhappy. And, sometimes you'd think it's a snobby thing, but it has nothing to do with that. It's a vibrational thing. And we mix so much, anyone, hey guys, anyone that you're with, family, you create a group consciousness. And so if that group consciousness is not in alignment with what you're trying to create, what you're trying to create will never come in, because it can't find the vibration to come in. Or it will come in, but it's coming here, and you're here. So remember, you got to be calm to create, and happy and at peace to imagine, to create. You know, that's where you imagine and create your highest reality. You see those images and you bring them in, and then to pull it in and to maintain it, to maintain that level of abundance and good fortune and wonderful things happening. You have to maintain that vibration. The things you stop thinking about have to be things you stop thinking about permanently. The new ways and habits that you create for your mind in order to bring that thing in have to become your new way of life. And so this whole process now, family, is us reteaching ourselves, us re-educating ourselves, us retraining ourselves so that we can live the highest, most abundant reality that is ours for the taking. There's no payment you have to make for it. There's no where you have to be for it. You just have to be yourself and maintain that who you are. Because however your life is now is a great sign of what is going on in here, but I'll do a whole separate show on that. Until next time, family. Tuko pamoja.